It's neutralizing kick returns. It may minimize injuries. Like that's the only saving grace here. But I don't know. It's just stop. You're doing too much. Stop doing to football what they did to baseball.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is like, it's an eyesore. It doesn't look like professional football, right?
No, it doesn't.
Looks like something The Rock thought of after getting hit in the head with a chair. I mean, how about this? How about we do this? Instead of this weird alignment and this drop zone and landing zone and all this stuff, how about if a kicker is able to kick it through the uprights, right? The team has to start at the 20. Okay? And if you kick it through the end zone, the team starts at the 25. And I say, if you want to throw some player safety in there, say, okay, you could also elect not to kick, and the teams get the ball at the 30. How about that? And really just leave the kickoff and the return for bad weather, right? Or, because this is just stupid. It just looks bad. It looks bad. Is college football doing this? No, right?
No.
Yeah, it just looks terrible. Like it just, I mean, I always said that at a pro level, like sure, this probably works in the XFL. It's probably wonderful. But at a pro level, no player is going to get more than 8 or 10 yards because these are professionals. And, there's no way to block a player for that long and create a wedge and create movement and get them upfield. I understand that the problem is they're trying to say this is about player safety, right?
Yeah.
It's not about player safety, right? Because if it was about player safety, we wouldn't be adding more games to the docket, right? I don't know. It just looks terrible. It just looks like, what are we doing? Like, why are we even doing this? Like, let's just not do it.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to the point where they eliminate the kickoff entirely. I think that's where they want to go anyway. So if that's where you want to go, just fucking do it. Just do it. Because at the end of the day,
I would hate to see that part of the game leave though, in its entirety. Like, why can't it be more of like an optional thing? Or why don't we put less players on the field? Like, there's got to be a better way to make this safer than adopting this XFL rule, because it just looks bad. I think initially we thought maybe this could work, maybe it was a good idea, but I think it's just good for the XFL and it's good for a gimmickly league.
It's a gimmick. I'm glad that you used that word because that's exactly what it is.
It just looks terrible. I mean, I know the Chiefs are talking about not even having Harrison Butker kick it off. They're going to have one of their linebackers kick it off because why do we need him to kick it? We'll have one of our linebackers kick it, maybe get something out of it.
Well, it's funny because if it was under your proposal, you'd want Harrison Butker kicking it out there because it's a touchback, that takes you to the 20.
Like, let's incentivize. Let's. I think that makes it much more exciting if you incentivize parts of the field. Like, if a kicker could get it through the uprights from where he's kicking it, that's impressive. That's something to stay in the stands and watch and see if it happens.
So the one pushback I would say is move them back to where they used to kick from.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree. That's the other part I would put in there, right? And then the other thing is, like I said, is like give teams the option, like if you're thin or you're hurt, your kicker gets hurt. If you feel like you can't afford to lose any more players today, then elect not to kick and give the ball to the team at the 30. There's your safety right there. That to me is the safe option. Or maybe it is that they have this new Halo helmet or this new this compression thing they're putting on everybody's helmet. Maybe all the people on the kickoff have to wear this.
Yeah.
How about that? And then right after the kickoff, it's a brief timeout so that the players that are coming onto the field that don't want it on, and they can take it off. It's a TV timeout after every kickoff. How about that? That works, right? That's what the whole point of this thing on their helmets is for, because it's safer. There's your safety right there. What's the problem? Everybody's got to wear one. You want to be on a kickoff team? Everybody got to wear it. Or how about this? The players on the kickoff team, you can have 8 players on the kickoff team that don't count towards your roster spot. Well, I don't know. There's got to be a better way to do it than this garbage they're toting out there. Like it's like it, and they're so proud of it and the arrogance of it all. It's so terrible to watch. I can't even watch. Who's gonna watch that? I'm not gonna watch it.
I can guarantee you we haven't spoken to Coach, but I can imagine Coach Westhoff is having a fucking shit fit, having to deal with this crap.
I don't know. Maybe he embraces the challenge as a special teams coach, but the kickoff is one of the most exciting plays in football.
Used to be.
How are you gonna not so let me? How are you just not gonna? How are you gonna take it out like that? It's just so bad. It's terrible. I don't like it at all. I don't like the way it looks, and they gotta do something. You got to do something.
They do. The problem is that everything that they've tried to do is just absolutely blown up in their face. So, you're just trying to you end up reducing return.
I like the first rule they brought in where I think they were saying, you can't, because players used to hold hands. Create a wall of 4 or 5 players. I mean, that's fair to get rid of that. That's not bad.
Yeah, you don't need the wedge. No, I agree. You don't need the wedge.
Well, the other thing you could do is why not? You could also prevent the buildup of speed, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe it's that they don't. I know we have it right now. There's an engagement zone, but maybe players don't start from the 60 and run down. Maybe they start a little closer, But the idea that you have a drop zone and a landing zone and and then the other thing is I was seeing players move before the ball was caught or before the ball dropped. And I didn't see anybody call that.
Right.
This is there's so many rules. It's just there's a simpler way to do this. It doesn't have to be so fucking complicated.
They're going to do to this. Man. They're going to do to this what they did with the catch. You can't.
I think they called Rob Manfred on this one. How can we fuck up football, Rob? You're doing a great job of fucking up baseball. How can we fuck up football?
How much time you got? How much time you got?
The Rock's league. I think the Rock is onto something.
When you're doing this, I would rather, I know it's barbaric and I know it's Neanderthal,
Why the Mets are getting kicked in their head in by the A's right now.
Yeah.
What the is going?
Well, yeah.
What's Neanderthal? What were you going to say?
The sprint to get the ball from the original XFL. At least there was some drama there.
I like that idea. That was fun.
Except one of the first plays where it happened, the opening scramble, somebody blew out their knee. So you got to really be careful. But
another person tore their labrum or something.
Yeah,
because they fell on their arm.
Yeah,
maybe
so it is dangerous.
The same person can't do it. How about this? You know what? If you're going to get rid of the kickoff rule, then just get rid of it and say, okay, the visiting team gets the ball.
That's it. But I think
the visiting team gets the ball to start the game, and if we go to overtime, the home team gets the ball first. That's it.
Yeah.
So the home team gets to decide. How about that?
I think that would, the opening coin toss would make the most sense.
I'm so sick of the fucking coin toss too. That's another thing that's got to go.
I mean, they're going to defer anyway, so why even bother?
Like I said, let the home team. The home team doesn't. The visiting team gets the ball, and then the home team will get the ball if it goes into the extra innings.
Yeah, in overtime, something like that.
Overtime,
I hear you. I mean, even something to kind of tweak the original XFL rule. You put the ball at the 50. You have each player line up on their respective 30. And sprint for the ball. Whoever gets possession of it. It's a race. It's a friggin' foot race. But where the XFL got it wrong originally is that it was in at the same time going in the same direction, right? There was 2 lanes.
You're gonna have them coming from opposite directions to get this ball.
Yeah.
Some people are just gonna blast other people.
So if you value your knees and you see a guy diving on top of the ball, you're gonna jump. You're gonna jump, get the fuck out of the way. That's what you're going to do. So, it's got to be something because the rule's not working. You've kind of bastardized kicking anyway. So, try something. I mean, you're grasping at straws. You're trying everything. So why not try that one too?